All right. Welcome back for another year at Walk-Ons for the Coaches Show. Thank you. We got a good episode today. We're previewing some volleyball, looking back on some volleyball, and then we're going to have Trey and Cam come up for football. We'll talk about the upcoming season and the jamboree they had this past weekend. All right. First up, we're going to have two senior captains, Lauren and Liza, up to talk. How we doing?
Good. Do you want me to hold it? Good. I'm good.
We got to kind of pass it around. Yeah. All right. So first off, just kind of, this season obviously has been a bunch of new stuff, new coach, new everything, but like just how's the season been for y'all in general?
I'm really proud of everyone, actually. I feel like obviously getting a new coach is an adjustment just for everyone, especially seniors. So just everyone taking on the leadership role and working together just to get big wins like we have been. It's just been really nice to just see everyone coming together. Yeah.
And so on the season, what do y'all reflect on so far through what great record y'all have?
You got it. Okay. We've got a lot of big wins, especially just going down to Madison, beating Brandon, a sweep against Tupelo. That was definitely a big one. We went to Alabama last weekend, and it was a struggle at times, but it really just brought us together as a team. A sweep against Starkville is always nice. We've just gotten a lot of big wins, and it's just really boosted our confidence for everyone on the team.
And going into the MC game, obviously y'all play them tomorrow, right? What kind of like thoughts y'all have on that team? Because obviously they're pretty much a powerhouse in most sports, and I'm sure volleyball isn't any different. But what do y'all have to think about that?
Yeah, I'm not really sure how they play. We haven't played them since, when was the last time we played them? 2 years. Yeah, it's been 2 years. I'm not sure how they really play. We've watched some film, but I'm just excited to go down tomorrow and play our best.
What are some perspectives that y'all have on Coach Yelverton as it's our first year and how she's done so great so far?
Me personally, I love Coach Karen. She's like the best coach we've had. I didn't mean that. I just love you so much, and we're really lucky to have you.
Yeah, just a confidence boost that we needed. Coach Karen is definitely that. Losing first round the past 2 years is definitely just not something that everyone wants to do, and I feel like just hearing that a coach believes in you just takes you a long way. So we're definitely ready to go far in the playoffs this year just because of that confidence boost.
All right, and obviously we've been talking about the season and new coach and all those challenges, but just y'all personally, what's it been like stepping into a senior leadership role last year there was one senior, right? So y'all been in this role for like 2 years. What kind of this senior year brought new that wasn't there last year?
Yeah, definitely just taking on the upperclassman role last year was just a big task. And then we lost our assistant coach in the off season, and then losing our head coach. We definitely have had to take on a bigger leadership role. I'm really proud of our underclassmen too, because just coming into that, just not having as many upperclassmen, it can be a struggle, but it's really just helped us just mesh together as a team.
And then on the next game, what are y'all's thoughts on Madison Central coming up?
Like we said, we haven't watched them play in a while, but I'm excited to see how they're going to play tomorrow and how we're going to play, keep going forward.
They're a big team. Just going against bigger teams like that after winning big games, it's exciting. We're excited to see some more competition. I feel like getting deeper in the season, it'll just be good for us just to see what we can really do and push ourselves to those limits.
And you talk about facing different teams. Haven't played MC in 2 years and facing these better teams. What's that like been going from the division switch this year? You're the first sport to experience it every year. and we go from a division with Lewisburg, Hernando, and them, and then you go to MC, Starkville, Tupelo, and I mean, seems to be a lot more quality there.
The district up north is definitely one of the top districts in the state. I feel like that just really has prepared us just to come down to this district because the big teams like Madison Central and Germantown are definitely, it's a good challenge for us, especially losing to Germantown in the playoffs. That just gives us more of a drive just to like push harder in the district just because we see them twice, and it'll be really nice just to see how we can play against them.
All right. Thank y'all.
And next up, we'll have on head volleyball coach, Coach Karen Yelverton.
How you doing today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
All right, so it's your first year in the Oxford School District in general. What kind of challenges have come your way?
Well, the first challenge was that I was hired on July 6th for a season that starts on July 21st. So a lot of admin, which is new to me. I've never coached in the high school setting. So coaching I know, admin I do not. So I had a very quick crash course, and thankfully Coach Martin, our coach for the last 5 years, has been wonderful, had my back, and has been someone that I could call at any point to help. So that made it a little bit more of an easy process, but timing has been my biggest challenge so far this year.
And what have you seen so far in your team this season, good or bad?
I only have good things to say about my team. I love their fight, their resilience. We've really worked hard in practice to believe in ourselves, believe in what we can do on the court, play a more aggressive style of volleyball. So when we have played big teams, where maybe in the past they might have kind of felt like it was an unbeatable challenge, they have just believed in themselves and been very tight as a team, and we've kind of become the comeback kids. We've had several matches that we've had to come back in multiple sets, but they have, they believe in themselves, and there's no quit in them. Last night we had two sets where we were down 19-23 and came back to rally to win 25-23 and 26-24. That is fight that I like, and it's what they're doing together. I'm just the cheerleader out there. They're the ones that get it done.
And you talk about this fight, and I was at the Starkville game last night, and it was awesome seeing y'all come back, but like what in practice kind of helps, or what do you see in practice that you just know that these kids are going to come back every single day, fight as hard as they can every match, and give it their all?
Well, first, let me say thank you for being there. You're a great fan for us, and we want to get more of you out there. The ozone is amazing, so thank you for being there. Well, in practice, we challenge them, and if they play a point and the next one is dead, we stop and we talk about it. It's about how you respond from that hit. We used to say if you get hit in the face, you stand up and say a nice shot, but now we're going to go hit you back. It's our chance, and they like that. They're like, okay, we can take that. So you might get bumped, you might lose a lot of points, but it's what you do on the next point to recover from it. We also challenge them in practice when we're scrimmaging. If they get 24 to whatever, set point, and they lose that next point, well, I go ahead and take a whole bunch of points away from them to teach them that push through that. And when they get that chance, they got to make it worth it, and they got to go all in, believe in their shots, go ahead and swing. And so they've just kind of started believing that their shots will work, they can dig any ball, and they're in any point. So it's been a good attitude for them, and it's working. We're going to keep it up all year long.
And then in the games you've played this season, what do you think has been your most proudest or favorite moment of your team?
That is a very tough question. Goodness, there's too many to say. So volleyball is a lot of quick points. You win some, you lose some. You got to be excited and take the energy from the ones that you win and then try to forget the ones you lose as quickly as possible. So we've had some big swings. We've had some girls flying across the floor, picking up some big digs. But I got to say I'm most proud of when we lose a point, how we respond to the next one and come back strong for the next one, because that's volleyball. You might lose 49% of the points, but if you win 51, you just won the match. So it's about how you get up from the losses. So there's too many to count.
And it seems like you preach resiliency with your team all year long, but also I can see maybe in your journey there was some kind of resiliency. But what's your journey been before you've gotten to Oxford and become a coach, and also with that limited amount of time you've been at Oxford and had to coach, and then before y'all's first game?
So I was a walk-on at Ole Miss. Had a great coach that believed in. I was a basketball player. I loved volleyball, but I was mainly a basketball player. And he said, you know what? If you can hang with us, you can hang. And it was a brutal first season because I felt very behind. I'd even call myself the Rudy, but I just kept fighting and never gave up on myself. And he kept teaching. So I feel like as a coach, I'm a teaching coach, where you find a player wherever they are and try to build them up to be, what they want to be, to reach all their goals. So as a walk-on, thanks again, walk-ons, for having us. But to start as a walk-on, by my junior year at Ole Miss, I was a scholarship player. Senior year, I was a starter. I'm proud of that, even though I say all the time that the girls that I'm coaching today are stronger than I ever was in college, just because the game has evolved so much. And I'm very proud of that. But after college, took a little volleyball break, and about 5 years ago, a whole bunch of parents that had kids that wanted to make their school team that didn't know anything about volleyball, they were like, hey, can you help them? So I started a clinic at Oxford Park Commission, and I've helped about 350 girls so far learn the game. A lot of girls make their team, and I'm proud of them. No matter what school they're playing for, I'm proud of all of them, and I'm glad we're growing the sport in Oxford.
And then lastly, what's your thoughts on the upcoming game against Madison Central?
Well, I like our chances. I've watched a good amount of video. They're led by their outside hitters. They've got a real sneaky setter that likes to dump a lot. So we had a great practice today and just focused in on what we need to do to beat their style of defense and to be ready for their sneaky setter. And I think the Chargers are ready, and I'm feeling good about it.
All right. Thank you, Coach Karen. All right. Now we'll be flipping over to the football side, just coming off a jamboree last Friday. An upcoming game versus Collierville at Collierville. This Friday we'll have Trey and Cam. How we doing today?
Good.
Doing good.
All right. I know we talked about the jamboree, but in your personal game, or maybe just as a team, what were kind of y'all's takeaways from that?
I mean, I feel like we really got to see who we were as a team and just like things we need to improve on and just like how far we've come just as a team in general.
What was the question again? Yeah, I got to see how great we was gonna be as a team. Just see everything we done took from the coaches and all that, and just see how we was gonna do.
And y'all talk about how y'all have grown, but also how have y'all grown from the spring even to the summer until now, getting ready for y'all's first game and in the Wednesday of that week?
I mean, it's just really a mental thing. Every single day we come in, it's not all about the physical, because you can't come in every day 100% physically. So you got to come in with a mindset to be ready every single day, I feel like. And I feel like we've done that every single day this week.
Yeah, like Cam said, I feel like, we done faced adversity and all that. I feel like we're a great team that faces that, and we take that head on and keep on going.
And then how have y'all stepped into the starting roles in the defensive backfield this year?
I feel like we stepped in there great, like Cam said, a mental thing. You got to come in there with a mental thing, not physical. And I feel like as we had a good, leaders from back then that helped us, and we just they paid the way for us.
I mean, it definitely took some maturing for sure, and just stepping into the leader role, because I realized I had people under me looking up to me. So I had to grind more and get in the off season more, and just be more mature, and just had to learn to become a leader, because I wasn't that role last year.
And y'all talk about how y'all both in the defensive backfield. Does that chemistry ever just come in handy, or does it ever just help y'all out during the year?
I mean, yeah, with the defensive backfield, we're always communicating. So if we're not talking, something's not going to go right. So I feel like just us being close as a friend group just made us closer as individuals and just made us play better.
Yeah, the chemistry definitely helped us a lot, We got to communicate every play, and our friendship, our bond, it takes a long way in that.
All right, and then how have y'all seen this team grow, or the defense, how have y'all seen them grow from spring to summer and then to now right before Collierville?
I've seen the defense grow a lot, We got to learn a new defense, we learned that, and I feel like we learned that and we took that pretty well. And from the summer, we won the 7-on-7 championship, and now to now, I feel like we got good chemistry and all that, and I feel like we're gonna go for a long way.
I mean, like Trey said, we have came a long way. We have a whole new entire team in general. We have 8 new starting players who didn't play last year. So it really just took trusting each other out there on the field, because we know a lot of people don't trust us in general. So it really just had taken over some adversity and just playing better out there as individuals.
And you talk about how you've handled adversity all year long, but what are some challenges that you face maybe personally as a team for both of y'all?
I mean, I'm 5'8", 140, so like that's just a really big disadvantage for me. But like I stepped out there on the field every day, guarding 6'2", 180 Christian Fields. So I feel like I can guard anybody that steps in front of me. So you bleed how I bleed.
Yeah, definitely what Cam said. Being undersized is not a very good thing as a DB, but you can go far away. I guarded Kingston Gregory, y'all might know, but and I feel like he done helped me mature and get better at the game a lot.
And then are y'all looking for any specific like home games or away games? Because I know Tupelo comes here, Starkville comes here. What games are y'all excited for this upcoming season?
Honestly, every game. I'm ready to dominate everybody that get in front of me.
I mean, like Trey said, every game for sure, but some games I look forward to are just Grenada and Germantown, because they knocked us out of the playoffs last year, and that left a bad taste in my mouth, so I'm ready to play them again.
And kind of looking back on it, how has coaching kind of helped develop y'all through this year? I mean, last year obviously was a good year, but definitely could have gotten better. As you mentioned, lost to Germantown in the first round last year, kind of not got blown out, stayed with them, then kind of lost it in the second half. But how's the coaching kind of brought back y'all's focus and gotten y'all locked in for this year?
I mean, the coaching really played a big role, because I feel like they realize they have a young team, so they have to push us more every single day. And they did that every single day. So I feel like they did their job, so we had to do our job every single day and come in and not have any off days. Even when we're tired, we still have to come in physically and mentally.
Yeah, like Cam said, they trusted in us. We had to trust in them. We had to take the coaching and all that and believe in them to get us to where we are now.
With it being such a young team, how have y'all stepped into this leadership role for this season through practices and fall camp and all that stuff?
Honestly, I feel like the coaches done, got us ready for that. They prepared us and all for that. Coach Cut, he does a big part in that, and Coach Boost and all them. I feel like they got us ready for that a lot.
I mean, I feel like I stepped in the role pretty good because I realized it was that time to lock in, and I had to lock in. So I really just played my role and helped other people under me so they can realize they have to play this role one day.
Yeah, and I mean, any thoughts about Collierville coming into the game?
I mean, they got some pretty good players all around the board, but we got better players around the board. So I feel like we can match up pretty good, and we're gonna come out with the dub for sure.
Yeah, like Cam said, we got better players everywhere. We don't watch film on them, and we feel like we got the advantage on them. We're gonna keep on playing.
And now I kind of got a little fun part, but first question, got 3 of them. What's y'all's favorite pregame ritual that y'all do before a game? Y'all got anything crazy or weird?
I mean, I just started it last week, but it really helped me. I just take a lap around the field just and listen to music and just get out of my head and just lock in.
I don't really got nothing crazy, but I think that helped me is Coach Booth's prayer. He always have a little church lesson before the games. That prepares me for the game very well.
All right, and now we got also favorite jersey combo that y'all like wearing. Anybody want to go first?
I'm a big fan of the white, blue, white. I just feel like it's just it just sticks out more, but we usually don't bring it out to the end of the season, so I like that, and then blue, blue, gold.
The new jerseys, I feel like the new jerseys, the powder blue, white helmet, powder blue jerseys, and white pants, I feel like that's a good one. That's my favorite.
All right, now we got to pick them. We got some games we got. We're going to start from Carson down. First game we got is Oak Grove versus Starkville. Who you got, Carson?
I'm going to take Starkville in this game.
I'm going to take Starkville.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Starkville, too.
I'm going to go Oak Grove. I think Oak Grove's going to kill him, honestly. And then we got Tupelo versus Brandon. I mean, Brandon's just going to beat him down. It's not going to be close. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Brandon, too. Tupelo don't got a quarterback right now, so that plays a real big role right there.
Yeah, like Cam said, they don't have a quarterback right now. I got Brandon.
I'm going with Brandon also, as Tupelo doesn't have a quarterback, as y'all said, which will not help them. And then next game, we're going to go into Pearl versus Madison Central. I'm going to take Madison Central in this game.
I got Madison Central.
Yeah, I'm going to go Madison Central right here.
Yeah, I'm going to go MC2. I heard they got a nice quarterback down there. True? Y'all heard him? Then we got Biloxi versus Holmes County.
I honestly think Holmes County going to beat the brakes off them, not going to lie.
I got Holmes County.
Yeah, I don't know much about Biloxi, so I'm going with Holmes County. And then
And last game, I think we all know this answer. Oxford versus Collierville.
You already know who I got. Oxford all day. I've spoken to state. Oxford up top.
I'm going to go Oxford by 40.
All right. Thank y'all. And I want to thank everybody for coming out this Wednesday. We'll be back next Wednesday for a preview of Lafayette and maybe some volleyball, possibly. Thank y'all.
But we have really high expectations for this season.
That we're building them to
coach. Dream come true, and she's awesome. She inspires us every day.
A good one down the middle, but right to Henderson. They come back to Lewis, and she's got the winner.
I think if this team stays together and plays as that cohesive unit that we're building them to be in practice, the sky's the limit.
But we have really high expectations for this season.
That we're building them to
coach. Dream come true, and she's awesome. She inspires us every day.
A good one down the middle, but right to Henderson. They come back to Lewis, and she's got the winner.